Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The seasonal transition is underway, and many parents are wondering if area rules on school lockers and waiting for transportation outside will change too.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke with school officials and parents today and has our story.
As a COVID-19 precaution, most students in the Valley started out the school year without lockers, instead carrying their backpacks and instruments from class to class. And some parents say the extra weight has forced their children to make trips to the chiropractor to help with their back and shoulder pain. And while we spoke to more than 12 frustrated parents today, no one wanted to speak with us on camera. Many saying they've recently been attacked on social media and feared further retaliation. Grand Forks Public Schools says their secondary students have access to their lockers before and after school, but says students are not allowed to congregate there between classes. And Fargo Public Schools says while they have discouraged the use of lockers, students will be able to use their lockers to store winter gear. Both districts also say while students are not to congregate inside after school while waiting for a ride, no child will be forced outside once temps drop and become dangerous. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
In a statement this evening, West Fargo Public Schools says their secondary schools are in the process of determining if there is a need for partial or full lockers, adding each secondary school will soon provide guidelines for the storage of winter gear during class.
Temps were noticeably cooler today compared to yesterday, and as Hutch said they would, we are seeing strong winds. Let's find out what tonight will bring. Hutch?
Well, our wind is starting to taper off, and as you noticed on our camera view from the Grand Forks area, we're starting to see a break in the clouds. That's going to lead to some mighty cold temperatures. That is why tomorrow morning is a first alert weather day, or at least start to your day. Here's the clearing trend up near Winnipeg. We're seeing clearing skies, and that's expected to spread down to the south. Look at the temperatures already not far from the 30s in Baudette, 48 in Jamestown, and the warm stuff down to the far south where we're kissing 50 degrees. There is a freeze warning for a hard freeze in many spots of central Minnesota tonight here in the Red River Valley. A very good chance at some low 30s, and some frost will be likely into our western counties. So be prepared for that chilly start to your day. And for tonight, decreasing wind, and before we head to bed tonight, we'll already be in those 30s. Look at this, 2 a.m. 33. It's time to find that frost scraper. How long does the chill stay near? I'll have details on that here in your hour-by-hour forecast, Mike, in a few minutes.
The shaking thermometer out is a little early, isn't it?
Well, you know, last year we had 3 feet of snow in Devil's Lake, so in October.
All right, half full.
Yes.
Thanks.
Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers in the area. North Dakota is reporting 373 new cases along with 9 new deaths. Overall, 256 people have died in the state. In Minnesota, the state reports 1,066 new cases along with 13 new deaths. 2,049 people have died in Minnesota.
North Dakota is adjusting its guidelines regarding whether a person should quarantine if they come in contact with someone with COVID-19. Now, if you're wearing a mask at the time, you don't have to quarantine now for 14 days. The governor says the move offers up something to get parents and kids to mask up.
This is a big incentive for parents to be role models for their kids and say, hey, let's mask up as a family to make sure that nobody in our family is positive. And hey, kids, when you're getting on the bus or going to school or doing what you're doing, wear a mask, because then if somebody else turns up positive, you're going to be not have to quarantine.
Instead, the governor says those that do come in contact with someone with COVID-19 should self-monitor for symptoms for 14 days and be tested if symptoms occur.
A 22-year-old man is facing several charges after he allegedly knocked a woman unconscious earlier this week. James Murphy is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon plus criminal trespass. All the charges are felonies. Police were called to a clinic for an assault report. The victim, the female victim, told officers Murphy kicked in a locked apartment door, asked for his money, then knocked the victim unconscious with an airsoft gun. He'll be in court again later this month.
A Cullum, North Dakota teenager is charged with sexually assaulting a young boy this summer and is scheduled to go to trial in November. Zachary Richardson is charged with a count of felony gross sexual imposition. Documents say that he told his therapist that he would sexually offend young children if given the chance. Richardson denies any sexual abuse and has pleaded not guilty. A trial is set to start November 17th. Meanwhile, a man is in jail accused of taking police on a chase along Highway 10 in Minnesota. Started around 9 o'clock last night near Glendon. Deputies say they pulled over the driver, James Helps. As they tried talking to him, he hit the gas and took off. The chase ended in Holly after police used stop sticks and a pit maneuver. Helps was arrested and is facing multiple charges.
If you get a phone call from someone who says they're with Medicare, hang up. Authorities say this scam is the latest variation of the government agency phishing scam. The scammer claims that Medicare is replacing the paper cards with plastic ones that have a chip or magnetic strip, so they tell the recipient to verify their Medicare number. Once the scammer has your name and number, they can use that to file fraudulent claims or get prescriptions. Scammers can also sell this information on the black market. A program is being launched to help some Minnesota criminals clear their records. The state attorney general announced a plan today that has prosecutors helping eligible Minnesotans obtain expungement of their criminal record for free. Without it, people who have satisfied all terms of their sentence for a crime can have trouble getting good jobs, education, or housing. You can find more information on our website, valleynewslive.com.
With a high demand for mail-in ballots this upcoming election, many are wondering if their ballots will make it on time. We invite you to join us. We'll take a look tonight on Valley News Live at 10.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, local police are joining the fight against breast cancer. We'll explain how you can help the cause.
We cooled down, a little less wind out there today, but still on the breezy side, only into the mid-40s in northern Minnesota and low to mid-50s in southeast North Dakota. A very chilly morning is in store. I'll have hour-by-hour details next.